Brought to you by Michelob, exceptionally smooth, distinct.
Okay, she's setting up for her first tumbling run. Here we go. On up, back handspring, tuck double back. Nice, clean landing. Now, it's important to note that she really moves nicely. She has nice position here, beautiful double turn. She's not doing the most difficult tumbling elements. If she wants to get the big score, she has to risk the full twisting double backs. But she's very clean. Look at the front step out through to a double full. No deductions, very well done. But she really does have nice body line and extension, good presentation. You can see that she's selling her performance, looking up into the audience as much as she can. She's an excellent beam worker, and I'm hoping we'll have a chance to see her work beam later today. She, in fact, I believe, placed 4th in the U.S. Nationals on beam just about a month ago. Okay, here's the last tumbling run. Really nice, clean double twist. Like I mentioned earlier, not the most difficulty, but you can't deduct much for that because it's so perfectly done.
Dana Dobronsky competed in her first meet in '85 at the Maccabiah Games in Israel. Captured the all-around there. There's her floor exercise score, 9.1. Megan Fenton on the balance beam, an 8.45. Robin Richter on the vault, her best out of the two, the 9.4. So that's the conclusion of our first rotation. 3 more are on the way at this year's U.S. Olympic Festival All-Around. Stay with us. For the all-around, this is one of her prize packages, the vault.
It's a real advantage for Joyce to be able to start this competition on one of her best events. Her vaulting power is unbelievable. Look at that ball. Look at how far from the horse she landed. That was a laid-out Tsukahara with a full twist, and she has a lot of juice. Let me tell you, she's up there, she twists clean, and she gets tremendous distance.
She won the bronze medal in the vault to earn the highest U.S. gymnastics finish at the Goodwill Games in Moscow. Has extensive international experience. Had a great '85 Olympic festival in Baton Rouge. She was much younger then.
Look at this position in the air. Straight body, laid out, full twist. Look how far from the horse she lands. She needs to stick that landing if she wants to get the perfect score, but that baby is up there.
You say she's really the most explosive that we have in the field.
I really believe so, and as she won that bronze medal in the Goodwill Games, it was because she just really nailed these vaults. Once again, layout Tsuk full. Okay, a little bit less of a hop on the landing, so it's going to score even better.
She's been working on her degree of difficulty. She says that's what she needs to improve upon.
She has good speed, but what's most important is the power right here. Boom! She is up there. Look at the position and the distance from the horse. And maybe a small hop on the landing. It's going to score well.
There's Sunja Knapp from Reading, Pennsylvania on the uneven bars. 14 years of age, 97 pounds.
That was a beautiful release move. That's a move called a Jaeger. It's a straddle front flip invented by a German gymnast. Now, it's important to note that she's going to work both the high bar and the low bar. She can't spend too much time on the high bar, but wow, nice giant swings and a couple of steps on the over-rotation of a double back, but otherwise a really nice exercise.
She had a back problem, Bart, that really cost her a full year of competition. Otherwise, she might be right there among the top gymnasts in the world among the youngsters. And, of course, it doesn't matter how old or young you are in this sport. That's been proven many times over. We'll continue with more from the women's gymnastics all-around here at the U.S. Olympic Festival in just a few moments.
It's the first time that Mary Lou Retton put herself on the map. That was the first gold medal that she ever won. Of course, you know what happened after that. Let's go back to Bart Connor and Tim Brando to look at the young women.
Welcome back to the women's all-around. Tim Brando along with Bart Connor, and after one rotation, Joyce Wilborn, after a masterful vault, has the lead over Dana Lister. Juliet Bangerter, just 13 years old, in third place. Nicole Young is in fourth with a 9.45. Suanna Wells, Robin Richter, Cheryl Dundas, and Michaeline Myers make out the rest of the top of our field, but 3 more rotations remain. On to the uneven bars, and Nicole Young is getting ready. 14 years of age, out of Blue Springs, Missouri. Another one of the youngsters, born in October of 1972, trains at the Great American Gymnastics Express for Coach Al Fong.
Al Fong has been doing a terrific job in the Kansas City area with some really outstanding gymnasts. He had a good field of competitors at the U.S. Championships, which were in Kansas City about a month ago. And I think he has about 4 girls from his team that are competing in this event here. So he has a really deep team and a good program there.
How are we doing at the international level on the uneven bars, Bart, for the women?
Well, it's hard to match the expertise of Julianne McNamara, the great American gymnast, of course, who won the last Olympics. She was definitely the master of the uneven bars and has been for quite some time. We do have some young hotshots who do very well here, however. Okay, there's her mount. She touched the low bar. She goes up to the high bar. Really nice cast. Beautiful front. That's the move called the Jaeger, straddled front. Now, I believe she was supposed to go over on that cast a handstand and pirouette, but she did a good job covering up. But look at, she has really powerful cast a handstand, nice giant swings, 2 in a row, and a toe on front with a half, and a really nice landing.
The crowd loved it here in North Carolina, better than 14,000 of them. In Kansas City, she was 31st in the all-around at the McDonald's Gymnastics Championships.
You can see here she has good speed, a little bit of a problem with bending her arms as she goes over the top on those giant swings. That will be a minor deduction, but look at the position there, and she is up there on that toe on front with a half.
Now over to floor exercise, Cindy Tom from the Verdugo Gymnastics team out of West Covina, California, just 15 years old. She loves the vault. She won the gold medal at last year's festival in the team competition, just entering her sophomore year in high school.
Now keep in mind that the judges are looking for, generally you'll see 3 very explosive tumbling runs, but the whole exercise must be very well incorporated with the music and pretty dance elements and combining full turns, double turns like that one there, a change of pace, and of course, if it can be well coordinated with the music, it's definitely an advantage. Nice, clean front step out to a tuck double back, and she did that very easily. She landed the double back as if no problem here. Okay, there's a round-up back handspring, tuck double back handspring, back layout. Nice combination tumbling. It's very unusual to see a gymnast who will work out of a tuck double back. Very difficult tumbling run. Okay, here's her last acrobatic tumbling pass. Nice high double twist. Nice routine.
Seems much easier for the crowds to relate to the floor exercise. They got a good one there from Cindy Tom. Now let's go over to track and field. Mike Patrick, Marty LaCour in Chapel Hill. Tim Brando along with Bart Connor. Joyce Wilborn, our leader after the first rotation, on the uneven bars. And she said all along she needs to become more consistent. Well, we'll see.
Yep, and this is a big event for her because it is definitely her weakest event. She can get through this. Oh. Yeah, she did a cast, a reverse pirouette, and she was supposed to go back over the other way. She came down. Okay, once you're in trouble, it's really hard to regain your composure on a move like that because that was a complete combination, and she missed the first part, and of course, that really put her in bad position to continue the skill. She has to get back up there. Good free hip, giant swing, pike double back, but that's going to cost her a lot. That's going to definitely take her out of the contention in the all-around competition.
You get that half-point deduction, and automatically it's done. Robin Richter now, also on the uneven bars.
She looks very good. I've noticed that she looks really aggressive. And, of course, uneven bars is her best event. So if she's going to make a move in the all-around, she can do it right here. A nice cast up to the high bar. Free hip right to the top. Giant to a reverse heck. Really nice high-release move. She fulfills the requirement of going back down and touching the low bar and then casts back up to the top. Giant and a Komen each and a pike dismount. Really clean routine. That's going to score well.
She won in Reno on the uneven bars. Now Sonja Knapp on the beam. Her best performance was at the American Classic in Colorado Springs in '85. She captured the all-around there.
Oh, that's a nice move. A split way out on the end of the beam. Dance elements early in the exercise so that she feels comfortable on the beam. Really nice. Swing through layout backflip. I think it's important that the girls use a few dance elements right at the beginning of the exercise so they get a feel of the beam. They sense how nervous they are, how quick they are, so that they can make those proper adjustments to stay on the beam. Oh, and that's a really nice split leap combination. The judges are looking for combinations of dance elements, leap elements, and of course combination tumbling like that, which is a great back handspring to a layout. She really is competing very well. She looks very confident. She moves quickly, which is nice to see. I think the gymnasts who move quickly seem to really charge and challenge the elements on the balance beam, and I like that style. I think that aggressive style is typical of the Russians and the Romanians. And a round off to a really clean double twist dismount. That's going to score well, too.
So the freshman at Boyertown East Junior High School has an outstanding performance. Sonja Knapp on the beam. We'll continue with more from gymnastics, but first, let's go over to more track and field here at the U.S. Olympic Festival. Right now in first, Juliet Bangerter, only 13 years of age. In second, Tanya Service. She's a veteran here. And Robin Richter is in fourth. Tim Brando along with Bart Connor. And Bart, we all know that there is a certain element of danger in gymnastics, and for that matter in any element of sport. And we all have a collective sigh of relief now for the end result of what was a scary situation.
And this was a very
Turney.
scary situation. This is a round-off flip-flop vault, and you'll see here she totally misses her hands. And boy, there is nothing you can do when you don't get that very important block on the horse.
Now, there's some good news here, though. She's leaving now. She's scratched from the competition, leaving with her doctor under his urgency, obviously. But she came back with her second vault and scored a 9-1 after having been on the mat for about 10 minutes.
What a terrific show of determination. That vault is scary because there's very little room for error. I'm glad she handled it well on the second time around.
Juliet Bangerter now in the floor exercise. 13 years of age as well.
She's having a terrific day. You can see she has really nice extension, good presentation, really pretty moves in her dance elements. Here's the tumbling, round of flip-flop, tuck double back. Now, once again, you can see that she doesn't do the most high-level difficulty. That tuck double back is a rather common first tumbling run, but what she does so well. Really nice pirouette in the straddle position. Look at that 180-degree split in the legs. I have to admit, she's very much like the style of gymnast that I was. She has good presentation, doesn't do all the big moves, but she has a good presentation, and that will score big points. Nice triple twist. That was an important element for her to do in her second tumbling run.
Smooth, cool, and confident, right?
Oh, that's a neat move. Double turn into a handstand pirouette. Pretty ballet turns. For a junior, she shows a tremendous amount of clean technical elements, which is very important for the junior gymnast because you can always add the difficulty and the big tricks later. But it's very difficult to go back and relearn some of the important technical elements like triple turns like that and tremendous flexibility.
She seems quite polished. Juliet Bangerter. 4 feet 11 inches tall, 84 pounds, and right now she's in second place after 2 rotations. She probably didn't hurt her standing at all with that performance. Now Joyce Wilborn, who obviously ran into some problems on the uneven bars in her last rotation, getting ready to go on the beam.
She dropped from 1st to 15th after that really rough performance on the uneven bars.
An 8.35, and when you've scored a 9.85 and you're in first, that has to hurt your psyche. Let's see what happens here on the beam.
There's a pirouette to a handstand, and she lowers down to sort of a semi-planche position. Okay, now she's getting ready for switch leg split leaps. There's that leap series. Something that the judges are definitely looking for is good combination in leaps, good combinations in tumbling. And here's the tumbling combinations. 2 flip-flops to a layout. Really well done. Joyce is so explosive and so dynamic that she's had a problem staying on the balance beam. As we noticed before in her vault, she is so springy, it's hard for her to control the landings, and she tends to just go flying off the balance beam. But so far, she seems very much in control here. There's a kick over front. Not an easy move. It'd be nice to see a little more fluid movements, fluid body movements and fluid arm movements to contribute to the exercise. But there's a tuck double back and a nice dismount. She's really pleased with that one.
So much athleticism in that 100-pound body. It's difficult to control. Joyce Wilborn from Patterson, New Jersey. And she's happy about that dismount, if nothing else, Bart. Sunja Knapp now onto the floor exercise.
Sunja's been working the full twisting double back for a mount. She has been improving her difficulty in the last year or so. And let's see if she can pull it off. This is a big trick for her. Right at the top. She's got good speed. Full in. Nice. That was really well done. Clean in the air and a great job handling the landing.
4th after 2 rotations. She could move into the medal category with a great performance here.
Beautiful pirouettes. Notice the dramatic change in the music. She started with some very hot, high-tempo, fast-tempo music, and now she backs off. She's ready for a really clean double twist. She probably could use a little more difficulty in that second tumbling run. The double twist, however, was done really high, good form, nice execution, which is very important. She works back into the corner for her last tumbling run, and you can see she's catching a deep breath. Probably will be a tuck double back. Let's see, round up, tuck double. Oh, nice landing. She's going to be pleased with that one.
A crowd-pleasing performance from Sunja Knapp. After having been diagnosed with scoliosis for a year, that back problem saw no signs of lack of flexibility in that floor exercise for Sunja. Now, Dana Lister in first place after 2 rotations on the vault.
And this is her weakest event, so if she's going to do well here, she's got to get by this one. Nice work on a laid-out Sukahara from a round-off approach. Really good balls.
So Dana Lister should stay in first place after 3 rotations as gymnastics continues here at the U.S. Olympic Festival. Vault, one that she perhaps might have felt could have scored better. Robin Richter hit for a 9.75 on the beam and took over first place. Juliet Bangerter hanging in there, just 13 years of age, along with Sunja Knapp. She's 14 and making a comeback from an injury to her back. Now, look at this. 65 100ths of a point separating the top 7, and Cindy Tom is at 8. Juliet Bangerter now ready for her first vault. This is a key moment for this youngster from Scottsdale, Arizona.
Okay, I believe she's doing one of the round-off approach vaults. Nope. She changed her mind. She's going to do a pike Sukahara. Now, that vault isn't one of the highest difficulty-rated vaults, so it's going to be hard to score really well there. But she did have decent post-flight and a pretty good height.
The thing that you have to keep in mind is Robin Richter will be on the floor. That's one of her stronger disciplines.
There's the push off the horse. She's in good position in the pike Sukahara, one step on the landing. Not an unbelievably high vault, but a clean vault. It'll score decent.
Now, the best score is the one that counts. This is her second vault coming up. And Bart, this is really the first time she's been in this position. She's right now in second, has a chance to win. She knows that Richter has the lead, and she's moving on to one of her favorite exercises.
And she's going to try, I believe she's going to try the round-off approach vault now. This is a new vault for her, so she's got to put it together if she wants to stay in the running here. And I know this is a little bit scary for this young girl because there is a big crowd. There's a lot of commotion. It's important that she sticks with it.
Gotta believe that any one of four still have an opportunity to win this all-around. But Richter's in a great spot, and Juliet must know that.
Okay, here we go. There it is, round-off approach. And, of course, short. That's going to hurt your ankles a little bit, as well as your score and your pride. But she did give it a whirl. It's a new vault for her.
And she's shaking it off, too.
She has good speed here. Here's the round-off onto the board. Good position. She doesn't get her hands on the horse soon enough with enough time to block. And, of course, when you're that short a rotation, she knows she messed up there.
Tanya Service now in fifth after 3 rotations on the uneven bar.
And she missed right off the bat. That mount, she was supposed to go into a release move. Now she's going to have to continue the exercise and try and pick up where she left off. Here's the giant swings. Okay, there's a move called a Delchev, invented by a famous Bulgarian male gymnast, Stoyan Delchev. Okay, she does the requirement for working on the low bar. Back up to the giant swings. Oh, short on that giant swing. She's not going to make it over. Now she is really having trouble in this exercise. She's going to do a pullover, get back up to the high bar. She's got to make this dismount. Toe on, front off, and short. Boy, when it rains, it pours.
Trying to make a comeback from a compound fracture of her right ankle. Had 6 pins installed. Tanya Service having difficulty. Women's gymnastics continue a bit later here on the Olympic Festival.
Front step out, through to a full. Not really the most difficult pass, but of course, no real deduction. She's showing nice combination tumbling. She did front step out into her first tumbling run, front step out into the second one. Really nice pirouettes. Of course, there was the change of the pace of the music, and now she's back to picking up the exercise, ready for a big finish. She is really very aggressive in this competition. She seems so confident. Here she goes. She's burning across there. Tuck double back, over-rotated, one step. But she's going to be tough to beat. Really a great day for Robin Richter.
10th grader at highest the 10th high school. She collects bears. She's going to get a bear hug now from her teammates. She's on her way perhaps to the gold in the all-around competition, but we still have some outstanding competitors that could be in her way. We've had a very balanced field here, Bart. We knew it coming in, but I don't think we anticipated 65 1/100ths of a point to separate the top 7 here.
Coming up next.
Robin is one of those gymnasts that we mentioned at the top. When she is on, she can be really spectacular. Here's her first tumbling run. There's a front step out. Nice rotation. Sets her up into the round-off back handspring. This is a tough pass. There's up, pike, double back, 2 times around, and really handles the landing. She knows she has it. Okay, here's the ending of her exercise. She finishes the double back. She finishes in a nice pose. And she knows she's got it.
Now onto the floor is Joyce Wilborn, who had a great start and ran into problems on the uneven bars.
Wait till you see this routine. This is so wild. She has a terrific style, outstanding music, and outrageous tumbling. Front step out, round a flip-flop, full in. I talked about the level of difficulty. You've got to do the big tricks, and Joyce does them. You got to love this exercise. All right.
She's in her element now, and the crowd loves it.
Okay, now here's her second tumbling run. Usually she just does a double twist here. I don't know why she does that. I think she can actually do more difficult. You look like it was so easy for her. She needs to do a bigger tumbling run there. But as you see, she gets back into the dance.
Little moonwalk.
Go for it, Joyce. She really does have an ability, because of that music and because of her dance style, to get the crowd into her performance. And let me tell you, when you get in this part of the routine, she gets ready for her last tumbling run. Usually she does a full twisting double here. She needs the support of that crowd. There we go. Oh, just a tuck double back, but so high, over-rotated. Really nice exercise.
Look out for her come Sunday. There are several individual gold medals that could be on the way for Joyce Wilborn from Patterson, New Jersey. I'd say she's the crowd favorite right now, and she's in 9th place in the all-around. Even the guys like it, and why not?
Because most of these guys can't do a routine.
They'll be practicing their moonwalks in the Olympic Village here in Carolina a little bit later tonight.
Okay, on the last tumbling run, she does a tuck double back. Usually she does, and probably in the finals we'll see a full twisting double back. Look at how high she is. Most people can't tumble that high at the beginning, and she blows them away at the end.
The crowd reacting to a 9.9 for Joyce Wilborn in the floor exercise. Now, Sunja Nat tied for 2nd place going into the last rotation.
Okay, there's a laid-out Tsukahara and a really nice stick on the landing. That's going to score well.
The gold medal will be given out shortly in the women's gymnastics all-around. We'll have it for you when we return to the Dean Dome. And the future is indeed bright. We found that much out. Take a look at our winners. The gold medal goes to Robin Richter, Dana Lister,